Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Dreaming of Dragons journal build. Here is my cover. I'm not sure, is it wrong to always pick up the journal cover and just touch it and feel all the textures and stuff? I hope not, because I've been doing that all the time. So anyways, love it. Love how it turned out. So today I am making a couple of pockets. I've got these craft colored coffee filters, and they're just big enough to fit on a page in here. So that's what I'm going to do. Not sure where they're going to go in here yet, but they will go in there. So I'm going to make one going that way, one going this way. So I've got a bunch of goodies. Now I think the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use art glitter glue, is I'm going to glue these together because I want them a little stronger. So I'm going to glue the edge quite good. And then just put a little bit of glue on the inside. It doesn't have to be glued solid or anything like that, because my tuck spot will be behind both of these. So just as long as the edge is done pretty good. Let's just glue up this one. Now I've inked the edges of these and some of my other pieces just to make the tutorial go a little faster. I have given some thought to what I want to do, so we will see if it's going to work out or not. Okay, let's glue this one down. I dug out just a bunch of pieces that I think I might put on. Okay, so that one's going to go like that, that one's going to go like that. Now I want this here to show where, because they kind of just push these together, and that's kind of what seals them. So I want to keep that fairly open to show. Now I've got some things from napkins, I've got some cheesecloth, I got this little coppery leaf type thing, a saying, a flower, and a piece of my dragon skin paper that I made. Just like that. Turned out good. So I'm going to try and incorporate a bunch of this stuff in here. I've also got some brads that I'm going to use to fasten this thing down. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to put this down. Now I'm just going to use glue. Let me just find a book here to glue on. Hopefully everything will be in frame. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, mostly on the edges. I know it'd probably be easier to brush it on, but then I'd have to find a brush, and then I'd have to wash it when I was done. So it's kind of easier just to... Now if this gets hidden, I don't really care that much. It's just to add a little bit extra of something. I think I'm going to make them both kind of at the same time. Let's put this one on the top of the other one. These are just purely to add a little bit more dimension to my item that I'm making. I hope you're enjoying this journal build. Okay, let's get a bunch kind of all around there. Okay. that on the top there. And hopefully you will check out all the links in the video description. Okay, now I want to put this on here. This saying says, if the skies were able to dream, they would dream of dragons. And this one says, come not between the dragon and his wrath. Let's put these leaves down here. And again, if it gets covered up, that's okay. Never used these before. I don't even know where I got it actually. I'm not sure how well it's gonna get glued down. The art glitter glue does dry really, really clear, which is good. Now if a little bit of that pushed in edge gets covered up, that's okay. Let's put this one on the other side. This is actually my first time using coffee filters for anything in a journal. Kim sent these to me. Okay. And it won't take too long to dry. Now let's I did put holes in here, but then afterwards I thought maybe I should be putting them right down to there. So let's put this big piece of cheesecloth that I dyed myself. I kind of want it to stick up and not be even. Okay, now I'll put glue on here. I had printed these off on just plain copy paper, 24 pound, and I didn't feel they were strong enough, so I just put them on some scrap cardstock just to give it a little more strength, being that I was putting in the brads. Okay, let's put that somewhere on there. Now, because the glue's got to go through the cheesecloth too, I hope that I put enough glue on. Usually it will glue right through, so I'm hoping. Trying to make sure I get it glued down good. I mean, it's going to be held in with the brads too, so let's punch all the way through now. This is just this is a Martha Stewart punch. It's just a really tiny hole. I have no idea what size, but it's just big enough for the brads to go in. Okay, I think that will look good. Just working on trying to give it lots of dimension. Now these have a little bit of a shine to them. I thought if I just did it just through this label, then I don't know where the ends of these would go. So that way I decided to put them through the back part too, because then I don't have to worry about that. Now this is going to go right across here. Okay. Still thinking my strategy for this. I did have some ideas, but ideas are always subject to change. I might do some sewing on this as well. Haven't decided 100%. Okay, let's... Okay, looking good. And then I'm going to put this here. Now that flowers came from this Fussy Cut kit that's in the shop. So and I just thought something with a little bit of color might be kind of nice. So let's put that right there. So I'm not sure what number of video this is on this journal yet. I haven't really, it'll be in the title on how many, and there'll be a playlist on YouTube with all the videos on it. Make it easy to find these. So I'm going to do more building the elements than actually putting the journal together, although I'm going to show it all. So there is a pocket there. I think, let's find a page just. So then this is going to, need to get a page going the other way. Not going to go on this page, but just to get an idea of what it's going to be like. Actually, let's do it. Might be easier to see on just a plain page. So that is going to kind of go like so on a page. I think that's quite nice, actually. Let's do the second one. So we got this here. Let's glue this down. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here this time, just to hold that cheesecloth down a bit. Again, I don't want the cheesecloth even or anything like that. Let's ink up this here. Try to put in quite a bit of glue in the center, just to hold it down over the cheesecloth. Try to get that fairly centered. And then push it all down, hold it down for a few seconds. Okay, now let's punch a hole in. Trying to get it in the middle of this piece here, or relatively close to the middle. This one here is going to have some green brads. Don't use brads very often, but I should. They add a nice touch to go. And there we go. Push them down good. Okay. Now that's going to go in there. I always put a little bit of glue on the brad itself just to hold it in place. Not that it's going to go anywhere. Okay, try to center this. I usually try to put the same things in each of my signatures when I'm doing a journal. Hence why I'm doing two, because the journal has two signatures. Okay. And then I got another one there. We're going to put it. So that's going to go that way on the page. So should it go that way? That way. This one here is, because it doesn't really matter. I like it better on that side. So glue this all up. And stick it down in here. There we go. And there is our two pockets. Now the other thing that I've thought of, and I did this once in another journal and I really liked it. I've got this crinkled seam binding that I dyed. And in one thing I bunched a little bit up and then I glued it down kind of like a flower. And I was debating if I wanted to try some of that on these. Just a little, I don't know. Let's try one. Let's see how it looks. I'm going to put just a blob of glue right there. And then this is just, I'm just going to scrunch it up. And then I got to hold it down for a minute, because I want the glue to hopefully seep through different parts of the seam binding. If I need more, I can just plop it where I need it. But the idea is to just kind of bunch it up in one little pile. And then it kind of looks like a flower, sort of. So that doesn't look too bad. Let's try a green one over here. I'm only using maybe 1.5 inches of this seam binding. Crunch it up. Put a big drop of glue there. Glue that down. I'm just kind of holding it down with my fingernails. Doesn't take long to hold it down. But that just kind of adds just a cute little extra touch on there. Not sure if I want to do more on there. I don't want to put too much, but I want to put enough that I really like it. And here are some of the colors that I dyed. It was so much fun dyeing that stuff. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it at just the one. I can always add other stuff later, but I can't take it off. And then eventually I'll make cards and tags and whatnot. Whether I use the ones from the kit, make some, a little bit of both. So there is 2 really cute pockets using coffee filters. And I'm also going to decide on whether I want to stitch. I might just stitch all the way around, and then that way it'll be ready to glue into the book. But those are cute. I like them. Hope you like them. Check out the links. We'll see you soon in another video. Bye.